Hey, why you keep walking around?
Don't have to stay still.
First, I need to go. Got a raindrop.
Stay here, just stay
Why
here.
stay here? You walk around. What?
No, walk. Okay.
Continue.
Stay here. Okay. Hey, we were just there last weekend, Property Summit.
That was last weekend.
Yeah, it's crazy, oh. Was it crazy? Like last weekend, Property Summit.
What?
Like, it's been like 2 months already.
You work us too hard.
Shucks.
So many things happening all the time.
Okay, welcome to Clarke Quay. So this is Singapore River. We're here to talk about Union Square, and of course the sales gallery is right over there. Fadila, come. Let's point over there. Where's the exact plot, Grayce? Share with us.
Okay, so right now, if you were to take a look, we are along the Singapore River. Over there is CanningHill Piers, which is also by the same renowned developer, CDL. Today, we are looking at CDL's third rejuvenation project in this entire area, but the first that is under the strategic kind of GFA uplift of 67%, right? So the project that we're talking about is Union Square.
Right.
Union Square
Sorry, but we're
residences.
brain fried. We just did the Emerald of Kartong. This is our new launch tour, but it's like back to back.
Yeah, that's why I'm in the same clothes. But anyway, so Union
As yesterday?
Square, it's just now. Okay, so if you were to take a look, we are along the Singapore River. Of course, the Singapore River carries a lot of cultural and historical significance. And alongside with the rejuvenation in this entire area, it's going to come with it what CDL is terming as the entire Union Square project. So Union Square actually pays homage to the Union Square in Manhattan. Back then, it's an area of course, a lot, Union Park is a very popular kind of motive, and also an area with a lot of I think history. And for Union Square residences, later we'll take a look. It's a mixed development made up of 4 different components. You have your residential, commercial, co-living, as well as your shops that are retail that's all around.
I was just trying to think about, like, Grayce, like what kind of projects in Singapore that has already existed can we try to like think of this new concept? So you can reference back to like dual residences. Dual residences, Grade A office, retail, integrated with Bugis MRT. Hey, why you keep walking around?
Don't have to stay still.
First, I need to go. Got a raindrop.
Stay here, just stay
Why
here.
stay here? You walk around. What?
No, walk. Okay.
Continue.
Stay here. Okay. So we will firstly think about like dual residences. Grade A office. Have you been there before?
Dual residences,
Okay,
yes.
Grade A office. There's like a hotel. There's a retail.
F&B.
F&B linking to Bugis MRT.
Yeah.
And then of course like you have like the Grade A tower block as well as the hotel block as well as the residence block. Second project that we can reference to will be Midtown Bay.
Yeah.
Similarly retail, Grey office, you have residence kind of block as well. This one is a little bit different because now this time around they are weaving in like the co-living concept.
And public spaces also.
Public spaces, right? And I think the important thing about the co-living concept is that there's this very important hotel license that they managed to get. So we don't know like, of course, like what will be like the minimum stay period, but usually when you have a hotel license in some of the existing co-living concept, minimum will be like 7 nights and stuff like that. But that one, all these are fine details, but I think that's a very important concept for Union Square residences. The exact plot is actually right across the street. So let's reference to the sales gallery, and then across that, there's some existing like low-rise, very heritage kind of buildings. Those will be within as well. I think the important thing people want to understand, Grayce, will be about the pricing.
Yes.
Let's reference to the starting price.
Okay, can.
So you have like 1 bedder, 1 plus study. You have 2 bedders, 2 plus study, 3 bed, 4 beds, and of course like there's like a mega penthouse.
Yeah, and the Sky Suite. There's only 3 units that are the Sky Suite penthouses. Yeah, everything else, unit mix wise, about 28% are your 2 bedders. About 46% are your 3 bedders. So about half, 46% are your 3 bedders. 28% is 2 bedders. Yeah, then the rest will be your 1 bedders. They also have your 4 bedders and 3 units of Sky Suites.
Yeah, so Wayne has done a very detailed version, studying all the floor plans. Later, Grayce is going to show you basically like some of the sales,
units.
yeah, show units and all that. But I think importantly is that this is like a strategic investment. Unless you're planning to stay here, also I think there's a bonus which is 1 kilometer from River Valley Primary School,
Yeah.
which is like the most sought after school in D9 River Valley region. Of course, this is District 1, classified as RCR, which is just like, you know, like in the central zone, District 9, District 3, District 1, they're all like at the brim of each other. But technically speaking, this is very close to River Valley, just across. You have, of course, like, what's the project name? 忘记了.
Which one?
There, this one. UE Square. Okay. UE Square. Which is just right across the street. And then you have a 99 mega project, River Place. Is it River Place or Riverside? Hey, this one must cut off. Shucks, man. She's refusing to talk.
No, I'm not refusing to talk. I was talking so much.
This is the effect of filming too much.
I was talking so much.
River Place, okay?
Yeah, Riverside is this. Riverside.
99
Point.
years project, River Place mega development. CanningHill Piers is here.
Alright, so for this project, you are at the intersection of 3 MRTs.
Talk about the pricing first. Okay.
My cutting or your
Don't cut lah.
Okay. So this one you have to be strategic because if you are not planning for stay, you want to be strategic about the investment options. Okay, Grace, come bring us through the starting prices.
Okay, so the developers have already announced the starting prices. This price, guys, after the early bird discount. Okay, so if you are watching this, right, we are aiming to release this video either on the same day or the next day. But the check booking actually closes on the 6th night. So it's in a couple of
So by the time
days.
you view this, you probably left 1 to 2 days.
Okay, but anyway, in terms of the price guide,
Fadila will do her best.
okay, this is also a non-harmonized project. So in terms of the square footage, it does include the AC ledgers and all that. So 1 bedroom starts at 1.38, 463 square feet. 2 bedrooms start at 1.998.
Okay.
2 bed plus study starts at 2.18. 3 bedrooms 2.82. 4 bedrooms start at with your premium kind of like private live starts at 4.62.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one will you buy?
So
if it's for pure investment.
I mean, if you were to study this entire area, there's a lot of 1 bidders, a lot of 2 bidders. For this developer, they have strategically kind of allocated almost half as 2 bidders. For me, as a pure investment,
Actually, the 1 bidder
I think I'll buy
1.38.
one bidder.
Yeah, 1.3 is pretty. 1 plus study is 1.49. 2 bidder is about 2 mil, right?
Yeah, 2 bidder is 2 mil.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to reference back to some of the launches back then. For example, if you talk about like Zion Road,
Yeah.
Irwell Hill Residences. Of course, that's D9, but right across the street will be D3 towards Great Wall. Now it's going to TOP, the 2 bidders, likely all the owners that bought last time, they're going to ask at about 2.1 onwards. So this one, if you can get a new launch, 700 square feet at about 2 mil, 2.1, and of course, like you're the first mover.
I mean, this
That is
one
a
has,
TOP.
yeah, has the advantage of being a mixed development, you know, like there's a lot of retail shops around as well, 60 over.
3 bidders, 2.82. What do you think about that?
Because you're asking in terms of investment, so my immediate thought is like a pure like rental play.
Just go low quantum.
Yeah, just go the lowest quantum, then maximize the yield. Likely those that are renting. Okay, but because of River Valley, potentially there could be like people who are looking at 2 bidders to rent.
Yeah, okay, I think if like pure rental play, that means you're trying to keep it for long term, very good rental, low vacancy rate, just go for the 1 bidder.
Yeah.
Keep it at 1.4. If you can top out a little bit, 1 plus study, I think that's fine, 1.4, 1.5. Reason is because when you look at the transactions at CanningHill Piers, they're already doing very well. This is a low quantum play. If you want to exit, I think 2 bidder, like short term, 3, 4, 5 years, you want to exit, I think 2 bidders will be very safe. The reason is because if you cross the street to River Valley, most of the 2 bidders are $2 over $1 million. So this one, if you can get it at 2, 2.1, 2.2, low quantum play,
Yeah.
right, for 2-beders. And the TOP projects back to the Zion area, they will naturally be about $2 over million already. So this one new launch at 2 over to 2.2, I think is pretty safe.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think depends on whether you are going for a pure rental game or you are looking to exit. Yeah, I mean there have been quite a couple of like newer projects coming, reaching their TOP soon. So those will all be competition as well. You must really see if like your project has a unique edge over the rest, and also your entry price needs to be palatable so that when you exit you can make that marginal gain.
Yeah. So I think the key concept is your USP is like you have this brand new concept, and then like it's a U-shaped kind of architectural. You have office that will fit into, of course, like the expatriate pools of your rental. You have that retail space, the event pavilion, you have all the shops, you have the co-living component. Of course, co-living component, maybe somebody will wonder like how does that add into the USP of that project? What do you think?
I think for the co-living component, I think some buyers were also wondering like, does that take away from my rental pool?
That's a good question.
Yeah. In a way, I would say that the target audience will be different. Anyone that wants to stay long term, perhaps they will. I think rates will be different also, right? If you are doing co-living, it's usually for short term because you cannot, like, you do not have the extended amount of stay as a leveraging power to ask for a lower rent, for example. Yeah, so anyone that is staying for a longer time, they will naturally gravitate towards the high-rise 366 units. And anyone that is staying, let's say, for a shorter period of time, let's say 1 month, 1.5, then maybe they will go for the co-living.
Yeah, co-living is more communal living, and of course, like you'll be renting bedrooms.
Yes.
This one will be like if you buy a 1-bedder, 2-bedder, it's a whole unit. That
and some people, in this area, they are already at a certain level in their career. Perhaps they want more privacy. Definitely, there'll be a pool that likes the co-living concept because they get to meet people, they get to meet friends and all that. It's a very novel, new, interactive concept. But anyone who wants their own privacy and their own space in the heart of the River Valley, Singapore River area, they will opt for like a full rental instead.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about this area, then we head into the Sales Gallery. So, what do you like about Singapore River, Grayce?
What do I like about Singapore River?
Yes.
I mean, I like that it's an iconic kind of landmark and a history, right?
And there's a huge difference between Clarke Quay and Boat Quay. Clarke Quay, most of this retail space are managed by, of course, like a centralized kind of like a management team. Boat Quay, they are mostly self-owned. So Boat Quay shophouses are more self-owned by investors. This is like centralized management. So Clarke Quay recently had a huge rejuvenation. The renovation has been done. There was like a Halloween kind of thing as well. Yeah, this whole row also is largely managed by malls. So you get very good anchor tenants over here. So it's a little bit different. If you look at the feel, it looks very coordinated, the entire feel and facade. And of course, like maybe talk a little bit about whether you can jog here or not. You can jog.
Jog here?
Yeah, where does it link to?
I did jog here before. Yeah, I did jog here before, just along this entire area.
Yeah.
This area, I would say, like, mainly the appeal is really the F&Bs though. To me, this entire area, because you have a lot of good food, you have a lot of nice little boutique shops. Actually, a lot of places also, like a lot of businesses also rent the spaces here for like your yoga, wellness activities and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I think last question, people might also be wondering what's the difference between investing this and something in the CBD?
Okay. Technically, you are on the fringe of the CBD. So, of course, there are other projects that are coming up that's like really pure CCR, like Marina View and all that, which some people are also asking, like, should I wait for that?
The CBD project?
Yeah.
Okay.
Technically, it's two different kinds of project. Something like this, I would say, would mix in a little bit more lifestyle, mix in a little bit more. So even you come here on like a weekday, it's so quiet. It's definitely quite peaceful. Yeah, a little bit more heritage as well. CBD is a lot more commercial notes, a lot more for like young profiles, like upbeat. I think here you will still see a bit more family types, but they like that intersection of commercial with residential with retail. Yeah.
So I think maybe back to the pricing, in case you're interested in the 1 and 2 bedders, we'll only talk about that too, because for 3-4 bedders, anyway, the supply for 3-4 bedders is low. That will really be somebody that wants to stay here, you want to enjoy, you have kids, your family. 1-2 bedders, I think the way to look at it is like this. If you're contemplating the balance units for all the OCR or RCR new launches now, some of the balance units are already at 1.3 to 1.4 plus. So compared to this at about 1.3 entry price, I think the 1 bedders are good to consider, because balance units at the fringe area of Singapore versus like core area, this is good contemplate. Secondly, some of the bigger high floors 2-bedder balance units are closing into about 1.8 plus million. You might want to consider topping up 200,000 coming into the central zone and get a brand new first mover advantage, $2 million, $2.1 million 2-bedder here. So that's the way to look at it. That means if you're contemplating balance units elsewhere versus like first mover here, this might be something that you can consider.
Yeah, I think one question that buyers will also have is that for the 1.38 kind of 1-bedder, definitely you will be, facing towards the Chinatown kind of stack versus like something that is facing towards the Singapore River, right?
Yeah.
I think in like our personal opinion, if it's like a pure rental play, actually they just mainly want the address. Of course, facing towards the river will be like an added value bonus, you know, in terms of lifestyle. But if you want like a quick uptake of your unit, like low vacancy rates, and you want to keep the quantum low, then I think the other facings are still okay.
Most importantly, I think nowadays the concept of buying into a condo or a project with concept is that you're buying the concept. That means you own a strata space there, but technically it's sort of like you own the whole thing. It gives you that entry into that whole project and development. And when people, of course, like know that you have a product in Union Square, tenants also recognize that it's like a whole concept altogether. It's not just a building by itself. So you're gaining access to the whole thing. Right?
Yeah, and of course the facilities, whichever strata unit you are, you all share the facilities. Right. So that's definitely like something that tenants will be mindful of.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, so taking a look here, right, this is basically where we were at just now. We were walking along, walking along here, right? Where are we?
No, we're not walking along there. We're here.
Walking along here, looking at this.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is your... Oh, okay, I know already. Okay, so this is Riverside Point. Just now we were standing here. Okay, we were looking at this. This was the entire Singapore River, and basically these are your entire like Clarke Quay area. Clarke Quay Central is there. Further back end, you will see that's where like the Singapore Flyer and Marina Bay is. So to orientate you, I think when you zoom up, it's very close. To orientate you, this is basically where the entire project will be. Later, we can take a look at the site model. The projects are basically towards the back with your residential as well as your commercial. And cascading down is basically where your co-living area will be, as well as where all the retail shops will be. So if you were to look over, this is the link bridge. The link bridge brings you to Riverside Point. And just now we were standing here along the Singapore River, and your show flat is basically located along this other end. So definitely if you look at the blocks, you will have different kinds of facing. Fronting here will be towards your Singapore Riverside. Fronting towards the back is of course your Chinatown, Pearl Hill kind of area.
So very quickly, if you look at this, right, we just need to look at stack number 8, which is the largest stack. Right, so that is the D1P, which is a 4-bedder premium. And let's have a look at where stack 8 faces. So if you look at stack number 8, it is this particular one here. So naturally, just to orientate, stack 8 will have the best facing. Naturally, that will be the Marina Bay view.
Yeah.
It also clears the building in front of it. Some of the stacks at the back, you will see a little bit of the HDB towers. Of course, those HDB are probably about 20-story high. Yeah, so the larger stacks usually get the best facings lah. Now, if you look at stack 8, then if you're hunting for smaller stack, you want to see who is beside it. You have stack number 9, which is B4. So I think B4 will also likely be something that will be very premium. It's a 2-bedder. you will enjoy about the same view as stack number 8. So that might be a stack that you want to look at if you're hunting for really, really premium view. Now, if you talk about stack number 4, 5, and 6, 7, they are facing more towards CanningHill Piers, basically towards Fort Canning. I'm not very sure whether do you get the Marina Bay view because it's sort of like blocked by this U shape at the back.
I think you will get the Singapore River view, but perhaps not the Marina Bay.
So it's sort of like blocked by the back of this, but you will get this very clear vantage point over there. So basically, I think the balance is 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's have a look at what are they. 4, 5, there's a 3-bedder, 2-bedder, 2 plus study, 1 plus study. Stack 7 is a 1 plus study over here. Yeah, then the rest of you will be back facing already towards Havelock region. So you have about 6 stacks that are more premium facing, then about 5 stacks that are back facing, right? So it really depends what is your strategy. And naturally, developers will give the best facings to the larger stacks. But it looks like they also want to clear this 1 plus study stack over here, which is stack number 7. Which I think it will clear out because it has a very nice unblocked view of the entire Singapore River and Fort Canning. Then stack number 6 is a 2 plus study. Stack number 5 is a 2-bedder, which will likely clear as well. So plus this, I think is a very, very premium stack. Stack number 9, which is B4. Extremely premium. Yeah, because it's just right beside the largest unit. So I think if you're hunting for really good views, these are the few stacks you can hunt for. Now, then when you come to the back, 10 and 11, you have 1 plus study here, you have a 2-bedder here. This will face towards the back, the CBD zone. Then 1, 2, 3 will basically be, there's a 2-bed, 1-bed and a 3-bed. So I think stack number 3 in terms of 3-bedder, you will be at a low quantum pricing for this particular stack. Yeah, because it faces towards the Havelock region. One thing to note is that this is like the whole concept space. So when you look at this, I think it really feels like you're living in a very heritage zoning over here. You have a nice event pavilion. You have the entrance towards the residence zone is a little bit like a hotel. This is like the co-living tower. And of course, like there's 2 levels of shops. And then your facility zones is on level 3. It overlooks towards the whole project as well. So I think overall, definitely concept-wise is there. It's just more about the entry price that you want to take note of. And this is, of course, like going to be a CDL tower that will be rented out, Grade A office. Grade office is the highest grade office in Singapore. So the premiumness and the rent, so including like dual residences, the Grade A office is also right there. And this will definitely attract, like in future, maybe banks and like MNCs and all that. They'll put their headquarters over here. So expats will likely rent here in order to go straight to work, right? So that's why they want to have like an office to support some of the resident units over here. Yeah, so back to you, Grayce.
Yeah, definitely. If we look at stack 8, stack 9 is where your more premium facings will be. If you're looking at 1-bedders, 1 plus study, you do have the option of a front kind of facing towards the Singapore River side or the back fronting towards the HDBs. Now, of course, if you want to keep your quantum more palatable, then you can choose the facings respectively. In terms of floor levels also, there will be a jump come a certain level if you want to clear the height to basically get the views. Now, looking at this entire area, I think for the site model, Melvin has already discussed. So let's look a bit more at this entire area and what it will be. This portion at the front, this is basically your co-living kind of space. You can see that they've opted for a very, like heritage-like kind of design. Along here, Magazine Road is basically your entry into Union Square Central. So of course, Union Square Central, either you go up to the office towers or you can come to the front here where this is your co-living kind of commercial areas. Now, talking about the retail kind of components. So the residential block is 40 stories high with 366 residential units. You will have commercial nodes on level 1 and 2. And then level 3 is basically where you will have your pool and all of those facilities. On the office side, This is where you will have your Grade A office units. So for the co-living, it will be 134 units, and then your commercial units will be on the first story as well. So on the first, second, and third story of the conservation buildings, you'll also have all your retail shops, totaling about 65 kind of retail shops, inclusive of F&B. So anyone that is living here or working here, I think it's a really highly connected area. Yeah, let me show you a bit about the facilities. So this is your Union Square residences. Your bus stop, of course, will be at the front here. And then looking in here, you can see on the third level is where you have your aqua lounge, your gourmet pavilion, your wellness pool as well. So this is basically an area where people will be, hanging out, interacting. They will already have units on the third level. So let's say, I think if you're looking at like a very palatable quantum, you want to face the back, then definitely I think the 3-bedders on this side will be more palatable in terms of pricing. In terms of the this entire area, basically these are some of the social spaces that you will be having, F&B, retail and shops as well. So this gives you a good visualization of the kind of activity that will be bustling in this area. And then, of course, in the central area is where you will have all of the public spaces. So definitely, I think interactions, people walking about. They have shown some food carts as well. So for Manhattan in New York, definitely, I think the concept is that all of it can be traveled by foot. Right, so here they mirror that kind of concept where it's highly connected, and then you are just walking by foot to different places. Okay, so connectivity-wise, in terms of MRTs, you do have 3 MRTs. So you have Clarke Quay, Fort Canning, as well as what is that? Chinatown MRT. So your purple line as well as your blue line. Yeah, in terms of bringing you all about town, and yeah, I think that's the main brief of this entire project. Let's explore the show units. They have a couple of show units above. I'll take you through all of them. Okay, so this is Union Square Residences. This is the 34th story. Later, I'll show you the 3rd story. Basically, both of the levels, they still will have your residential kind of components. But what is unique is that you will also have, all of the facilities on the 3rd and the 34th. So on the 34th story, basically you will have your sky pool fronting towards the entire Singapore River area. And then your pool deck, aqua lounge. This is Club Gourmet, basically where it's like where you can host your friends, do some cooking. And then further back is Club Union. It's like a hosting space. This is from the artist impression, very, very beautiful, because you do get this like panoramic kind of sky view. And then further back is your sky gym, where where you're working out, you can still enjoy like a really good view of the city center. And of course, these are your residential blocks. So just now when we discussed, if you take a look like this, it will make a lot more sense in terms of the facing. 8 here is towards your MBS area, as well as your Singapore Flyer and your MBS. 9 will share the same view as well, if you want something more palatable in quantum. 6 and 7 are your Singapore River facing, and then the back 10 and 11, these are towards your Chinatown area. Now, of course, because this is a higher floor, so these are the bigger units. There are also smaller units as we go along on the other levels as well. So let's head to sea level 3, where your facilities will be. So this is basically level 3. The back you have 10, 11, and here you also have stacks 1 and 2. Yeah, and 1, 2, and 5 are here. Yeah, and then 8 is here, 9 is here, 7 and 6 are facing here, basically, okay? So at the back, you have your wellness pod. It's like a little hangout area. Basically, on level 3 is where you will have your management office as well. A co-working studio, so if you don't want to work at home, you can come here and work. You have your changing rooms, steam room as well, female steam rooms, male steam room. And here is basically your social lounge as well as your club social as well. So there's another club social on level 3, another gourmet pavilion. Yeah. So this, actually I find it quite similar to level 34. Basically it mirrors in terms of a lot of the pools as well as the gourmet pavilion, the club social as well. So these are the spaces where you can use to hang out, you know, and host a lot of your friends and who are coming to visit you in town. So let's take the lift all the way up. We will head to level 2. Level 2 is where all the show units are. As you can see, right, like maybe very quickly we just pan there. There is where if you come on some of the preview days, there will be like a live cooking demonstration because they are using this invisible induction cooker. So basically, once you cook, once you remove, it is not hot. Yeah, so this is like a new technology that they have introduced here. Introduce a couple of like very unique kinds of invisible finishings, especially in the bathrooms, where you do not really have like grout lines. So back there is where you will see the 4-bedroom premium. This is your 4-bedroom premium show unit. Over here is your 3-bedroom premium, 3-bedroom premium, and then we'll also have the 2-bed as well as the 3-bedder. Yeah, let's see. Let's go to the 4-bedroom premium first. Okay, so taking a look at the floor plan. Once you enter the home, actually, so this is this door here that you see, right? This is towards your service yard. Yeah, but when you enter, you will enter through a private lift for your 4-bedroom premium. So for the 4-bedroom premium, it is definitely bigger in size, 1518 square feet. If you were to look at a lot of 4-bedders out in the market now, actually 4-bedders are standing at like 1,002, 1,003. So of course, because of your private lift as well as, you know, this being a more premium kind of project, it's definitely bigger in size. So looking at this, you will enter your private from your private lift into the lift lobby. Here you will have your dining area fronting towards the entire living kind of area. This is considered a dumbbell kind of layout where your junior master will be on one end and then your other bedrooms will be tucked on the other end. So junior master, there's one. Bedroom 3 and 4 will basically share this bath. They will not be an ensuite, but uniquely the master has been allocated a really big space. So you have your master bedroom, your master bath, as well as your walk-in wardrobe. And of course here you will have your wet kitchen as well. So non-harmonized project, which means that, you know, the square footage does include your aircon ledges. Yes, and then at the back, your wet kitchen has like a dual entry here, and then basically dishwasher tucked here, your yard area with your WC, and then your washer dryer is here. Okay, so let's take a look at how the developers have done up the 4-bed premium layout. So there are slight differences for this project between the more luxe, bigger units versus the smaller units in terms of some of the finishes. I'll point that out to you in a bit. So stepping in here, this is basically the entire balcony space. So for balcony space, I would say it's quite standard in terms of the aluminium frame glass for the balcony, as well as, you know, the tiles kind of finishing. Stepping in here, this will be your kind of living area. So for a 4-bedder, they will have this. Your 4-bedder has this living room with the balcony on the side. I would say it's not that wide span, but if you know, you can imagine with me that you are fronting towards like the marina view or the marina kind of like a Singapore Flyer area, then this will definitely be like a beautiful view for you. Okay, so we mentioned that it's a dumbbell layout. Let me bring you to one end of the home first. This end is where the junior master is. Okay, so stepping in here, this is your junior master. So junior master, I think why is it like located here? Actually, you can even use this as because the view will mirror that of your balcony. So if you're fronting towards the front, then you will have this really, really gorgeous view, especially at night, of the cityscape. Very generous kind of sizing as well, of course, for a junior master. And then you will see that there's also like sliding cabinetries with like a laminate finish. And so developers have opted for this kind of like gold beigey gold kind of palette with gold frames, for your drawer handles, which definitely adds to the more like a high-end feel of this project. So stepping in here, Junior Master, you also do have your bath. So one thing you will notice that the bath is pretty special is that look at the tiles wise, you only see the lines basically connecting at this end, right? So it gives a very like nice kind of finishing. The flooring and the wall is basically engineered stone. Yeah, so what you see here is all engineered stone. Definitely stone compared to tiles will have that more earthy feel. I think if people they like this kind of like very modern lux of like indoor-outdoor integration, then engineered stone would be a more preferred material. In terms of the backsplash as well as the countertop, they are all engineered stone as well, but this is basically like a dark kind of like greyish color. In the 1 and 2 bedders, you will have a lighter engineered stone backsplash finish. Okay, so all of these are all engineered stone. Yeah. And here you will have your standing shower. Standing shower is very nice. Very like a luxurious kind of standing shower. And you have this Hans Grohe rain shower, which is nothing like I've seen so far. So in terms of builder, they have Hoi Hub, which is like a very reputable builder, and architects-wise is ADDP Architects. So definitely you are looking at something that's a grade above your usual kinds of finishes and fittings. So in terms of flooring in the bedroom, it's engineered timber as well. You have this kind of like light oak type of finishing. So this is, it helps the room feel very like light and spacious. All right, now stepping into the entire living space, one thing that is different about the living space is that the flooring is also engineered stone. So it's not your tiles kind of flooring. This is your engineered stone finishing. But the difference between the 4 bedrooms compared to the smaller 1 and 2 bedrooms is that the format for the 4 bedrooms in terms of the engineered stone is 1600 by 1600. For your smaller units, it'll be 800 by 1600. So this is where your private live lobby is. Just now, we didn't manage to take a look at it. So stepping out, of course, you have this very seamless flooring into your dining area. So dining area wise, they have done this kind of like a long dining because why? You have 2 entryways into your kitchen. So you can either go this side or that side, and then the dry kitchen is all the way fronted there, which we'll take a look in a bit. Okay, later then we come out here. We'll go to the rooms first. Okay. So stepping into the rooms, this is where your bedroom 3 and 4 are. Very similar size, similar types of finishings as well. Both have floor-to-ceiling height windows. You have like your engineered timber kind of flooring, and then you have your cabinetry as well. So cabinetry-wise, developers have kept it consistent with the Junior Master. Of course, you do have your LED strip as well as drawers at the bottom. In terms of the bath, these are all, I believe, engineered stone as well. Yeah, so flooring, walls are all engineered stone. Backsplash, countertop, and your integrated basin are also engineered stone. Yeah, and your mixer will be, of course, Hans Grohe. So you can tell that the finishings are definitely a bit more luxury. And yeah, this is your shower. This common bath wise, pretty standard. You will not get your rain shower, but you do have a standing shower. The tap is from Hans Grohe as well, and your windows. Okay, careful. All right, so stepping into the entire master, this is an area that has been designated already as a walk-in wardrobe kind of situation. So stepping in here, you will see that you have your walk-in wardrobe, and very uniquely, there's actually a window here, in terms of ventilation and all that. But of course, if you don't like it, then you can just build up like cabinetry all around. And yeah, these are all the cabinetry that is already provided for your walk-in wardrobe. So it already helps to, elevate the space, and, you just need to move your things in. So the walk-in wardrobe is from Rimadisio. It has the, sliding kind of laminated glass doors. So it adds a very classy feel to this entire walk-in wardrobe. Also because it allows like certain level of privacy, yet you are able to, see that this is a space that enhances your room. Yeah. And then your shelving and drawers are melamine with synthetic leather and aluminium kind of finishing. So definitely I would say very nice and premium. So inside here is synthetic leather inside for your clothes. And then you'll have aluminium finish all around. Of course, here they do have this cabinet for you as well in terms of like using it as a vanity. I believe this is also provided. Stepping in here, this is basically your master. So master, you will have your ensuite on the side, and this entire area is your master. So you will have space for your bed, and of course bedside tables. Opposite, they have done a mock-up of like a vanity for you. And yeah, okay, so the walk-in wardrobe later, right, I will tell you a little bit more about it. I wanted to mention that it's also a very special brand imported from Italy. We'll discuss that in a bit, but now looking into the toilet. So of course, engineered stone all around in terms of many different kind of finishing. Here you do have the black chrome kind of finishings for the more premium bedrooms. Later when we take a look at the other units, it's a more like a standard chrome finishing, so it's not dark palette like this. So here you have black chrome all around. Ventilation is extremely good. You do have like a good ventilation window. WC unit is from Jabrit as well. And you also do have like you have this, like control unit. Yeah, so it's a more, I would say, thoughtful kind of design. You also have your bathtub. So in the time that we've visited so many show flats, I think the past few weeks we've been to quite a couple. I have not seen a bathtub kind of being introduced by the developer. So this master bath does come with a bathtub. So I'll see you in about 30 minutes. I'm just kidding. So stepping in here now, this is basically your dry kitchen. Dry kitchen, one very interesting thing that I wanted to point out, of course, is your, this kind of integrated induction hob. This is from cotton. It's engineered stone, and what basically you can see this, right, this is your induction cooker. So once you start cooking, it will heat up, and once you remove immediately, there will not be any heat. This is one of the newest technologies that they are introducing in this project, to have this like very, very seamless. So you can use this for chopping your veggies, for cooking preparations, and then anytime you want to cook, you can get it started, and then once you remove it, it's like heatless. Yeah, so this is definitely really, really nice from cotton. The invisible induction hob. And then here are some preparation spaces. You do have storage shelves in this very open concept as well. So you're able to showcase any of your, your wines, your drinks. But if you do need a wine chiller, then definitely you do have one here. This will be your wine chiller, and it's already integrated into the entire design. And then of course here you do have more cabinetry. Okay, so in terms of the backsplash, they are also engineered stone. So yeah, bottom hung cabinetry, top hung shelving, yeah. Okay, so looking into your kitchen, your wet kitchen, of course you have two entryways. Either you can enter this side or the other end, and then you do have a sliding door. This is also the same sliding door from Rimadisio, which is the Italian brand. So it's the same kind of sliding glass door. So this glass door is two panels. It opens up both ways. So when you're cooking, definitely you can fully enclose this. I mean, in fact, some people, they might even like, feel that they do not need like two entryways. They might just like close one permanently, or, on the other end, for example. But I think this is like more convenient if you want to enter your wet kitchen. Wet kitchen has a huge sink. This is from stainless steel from Blanco. And then of course you do have the mixer tab as well. Yeah. And your mixer tab, you are able to adjust like the temperature from like the hot and cold settings as well. Here you do have you have your cooker hob. So it's a 5 cooker hob with the 5 cooker hob with the hood as well. Yes, and this is from Visa. Yeah, and then so if you want to do something like light cooking, you can do it outside in your dry kitchen. Heavy cooking can be done back here. Again, engineered stone top as well as the backsplash is also your engineered stone. And yeah, your built-in dishwasher is from DD Tricks. I think the dishwasher is here. Yeah, so for this you do get like a built-in for this you do get a built-in dishwasher from DD Tricks. And then also your okay, and then also your oven is here. Yeah, sorry, this is from Visa as well. Okay, really nice spacious oven if you like to bake and stuff. Yeah, and then very nice finishings also all throughout. Of course, here is your window. Sorry. Okay, so of course here you do have your two-door fridge is from Lip Hair. So yeah, definitely you are able to store a lot of your groceries here. Yeah, nice and spacious with a provisioned area as well. And stepping in here, you do have your washer and dryer from DD Tricks as well. So if you have watched our recent, new Launch Showflat reviews, definitely the brands that are being used here is, of course, of a different grade, speaking to, the kind of profiles that want to live in this area as well. So stepping in here, this will then be, where your service yard is. They have kind of showcase how you are able to put in a Murphy bed here. And yeah, it's basically like a... Oh, even in your yard, you get your engineered stone flooring. Yeah, and then paint finish on the walls. Okay, and then of course here is your WC unit. And even in your yard, your WC unit is like an ensuite, so that's definitely really nice. And of course here is your timber swing door. You can use this as like additional storage and all that, but of course be mindful that your service yard, your service door is here, so you need to keep this accessible as well for your packages and all that to come in. So this is something you need to be mindful of. Okay, but this area can be closed off basically, yeah, with the timber swing door. Okay, I think we've pretty much explored this entire 4-bedroom premium unit. Okay, so the 2-bedder that they have here is of course your 2-bedroom plus study. You do have, your 1-bedder, 1 plus study as well. This one is the 2 plus study. If you were to look at, yeah, we just step in lah. So basically here is your balcony area. Compared to a lot of the other, projects in the OCR area, definitely you will have more. Definitely the balcony space is more generous here. Also because for the units fronting towards, the views, they want to allow for that, enjoyment of the cityscape, right? So looking at the 2 plus study, your layout basically once you enter, you will have the study room at the end. So this study room, right, I would say definitely a point to consider is that because it's tucked behind the kitchen, later when we go in, you'll take a look, it's not as flexible as some of the other kind of locations of the study. What is good about it is that it offers the study a lot of privacy, but what might happen in the end is that because it's tucked away all the way behind the kitchen, it might be more of use as a like a storage kind of area. Okay, so once you enter, you will see the study tucked away here. Likely it will be like a where people build up cabinetries and then they can maybe get ready in this area. Kitchen is here. It's an open concept kind of kitchen. Your dining, your living, fronting towards a slightly bigger balcony. Yeah, so you will realize that the balcony is actually quite big. Yeah, so it's 2.8 times 1.9. Yeah, so quite a sizable kind of balcony. Turning in here, you will have your bedroom, your bath, as well as your master bedroom. So this is not a dumbbell layout. The 2 plus study is basically where you have all your rooms tucked in at one end. Okay, so let's step in and take a look. This is your balcony area as we discussed earlier. Walking in here, this is your living space. So of course I mentioned that the kitchen is an open kind of kitchen concept, and then your dining is right here before you head back where the study and your main door entrance is. Let's check out the rooms first. So stepping in here, oh hello. Yeah, come. Yeah. Okay, so stepping in here, this will be your entire master room. So master room, again, floor to ceiling height windows, they are retaining that kind of aluminium frame glass windows as well. And then you will have space for your king size bed. And of course, here is where you will have your wardrobe. So wardrobe for the 2-bed plus study, they have retained that same kind of like a dark gold finishing. And then you do get the LED strip as well as you know, all of your pull-out drawers. So this is definitely really nice. I think you see they've even like a, I'm not sure whether this will be provided by the developer, yeah, but it shows you like a, cannot move, it's taped down. Yeah, it shows you like you know, potentially what you could use this as a jewelry organizer. Stepping in here, this is your master bath. So master bath is very good size, I would say. They've used the same engineered stone to complete the look. So even your 2-bed plus study is definitely premium. Appliances wise, they've sanitary fittings wise, they've also retained it as gerbrit, you know, and you still get your Hans Grohe kind of shower as well as rain shower. And then here you have your mirror kind of mirror finishings. And then of course your sink is also engineered stone. It's like an integrated sink, integrated basin basically. So you can realize that the material is very seamless, which gives a very nice luxurious feel. And then your tap is Hans Grohe as well. Okay, stepping in here where your rooms are, where your common room is, here will be your bedroom 2. Bedroom 2 wise, I would say pretty much standard. They have kept the same kinds of finishing as well. So because we are also within 1 km of River Valley, I can foresee that there will be people who want to live here. Either if their own stay, then maybe they will want to have this additional room as a work station, because a lot of people work from home. This window fronts towards the same view as your balcony, so definitely you'll be able to enjoy from your common room like a nice view as well. If you do opt for like a more premium view, you can use this as like a study, you know, use this as a workstation. If you are moving in here, or if your rental pool is basically somebody with a child that wants to enroll in River Valley, then this will make for the child's bedroom, which will be definitely useful in terms of attracting the rental pool of family types who want to send their children to River Valley. So stepping in here, this is your common bath. Common bath is uniquely has like a dual side sliding glass doors, quite different from what we've seen so far. I love the engineered stone finishing, which adds a little bit more like a, I don't know, like how do you describe it? It's like modern.
Texture.
Yeah. Like the texture makes it feel definitely like still very modern, but it has like an architectural kind of finesse to it, you know. Then here you have your integrated basins as well. So little details that really like elevate the feel of, you know, your home. Okay, so stepping out, sorry. Yeah. This is where you will have your open kitchen. Open kitchen is an L-shaped kitchen. Of course, you do have this invisible cooking hood as well, but you're able to, you know, whip up a storm. Now, of course, for 2-bedders, you will not have like a dry and wet kitchen. This is very, very standard. Usually, you will just have 1 kitchen. So instead of giving you the stove kind of, what they've done is also to elevate this entire space by doing an invisible grill. So that's really nice. In terms of your oven, you also have a built-in oven here as well. And then your washer dryer will be located here. Oopsies. Yeah, so your washer dryer is on this end. Okay, so of course these are additional cabinetry. You will see like a really nice finishing. The fridge will also be located here. Yeah, this is an integrated fridge. Okay, so that's really nice from Liber as well. And then stepping back here, this is where we talked about where the study is located. So for the location of the study, yeah, it's a very interesting location, because I wonder why the developers didn't put the kitchen here and then the study there. But if I were to hazard a guess, likely it's because to reserve a more private space for the study and to have the kitchen function as like a dry and wet kitchen to integrate with the dining area. Yeah, so likely they are trying to maintain this kind of like very seamless, indoor, outdoor kind of dining situation. So last thing to look at is also, in terms of this study, it does come with an AC unit. If you really wish, I think you can also maybe enclose this up as a private study, tucked away from the hustle and bustle that's happening in the house. So again, if family types that are sending their children to River Valley, they want like a private space for their children to study, then this will be the area. Otherwise, you can do it, deck it up with cabinetry, store any of your additional things that will be possible as well. Okay, we can change this. Okay. So, okay, yeah. So this is the view lah, basically. So you can see fronting out towards your blocks. You do look towards this entire kind of Clarke Quay area. Your MBS is there. Singapore Flyer is here. Yeah. So this will be like a very nice kind of bustling night scene. Okay, alright, so the last show unit that we'll be showing you is basically the 3-bedroom premium. 3-bedroom premium, this is the type C2P at 1066 square feet. So the kind of layout is a little bit different. Once you enter, you have this kind of like a more long walkway. Here, definitely, I think a lot of people will build up a lot of shelvings as well. Stepping in, this turn is basically where you will have your dry kitchen, wet kitchen, as well as your yard, WC, and your store. Your dry kitchen is here, fronting towards the dining area. Living area is here, and your balcony, you can see, is exceptionally big. I wouldn't say it's like very, very big, but if you look at, the balcony or bedroom size, you can see that actually it's quite similar, right? You see the length of the balcony is actually wider than the length of the bedroom. But of course, the depth of the bedroom at 2.9 is much deeper than the depth of the balcony. So why this might be so, if you look at today's projects, every project has a different USP. Of course, if you are buying to a more like premium project, you want to have that lifestyle element, then you can imagine that you'll be spending a lot of time in the entire balcony looking out to the cityscape. So this could be a reason why the developers have invested so heavily to allocate this amount of space for the balcony. But because it is a 3-bedroom at 1066 square feet, you will realize that all the rooms are still very sizable, especially your master bedroom. So where, even when you put in a queen size bed, you have a lot of space on both ends. Yeah, so let's check it out. These 2 bedrooms will share this bath basically. Then you still have a WC at the back. Definitely a more premium kind of 3-bedder. So stepping in here, this is where your door will be and your entryway into the home. So let's come here. You can take a look at the view that you will immediately see. So while you do have a lot of privacy, where you're not, looking into the central hosting area of your home, you are able to see all the way through, which definitely allows a lot of light and makes the space look a lot more spacious. Okay, so your DB box will be on this end. If you want to build up storage at this area, you can. You want to do it as a hosting foyer area to welcome your guests, you also can. Okay, so stepping in here, your dry kitchen is basically fronted towards here. This kind of dry kitchen layout acts like an open stovetop as well, where you can showcase, your like cookbooks, your drinks, and your pottery or whatnot to the rest of your home. They also have this invisible hob here for you to do your cooking at the dry kitchen, as well as your integrated wine chiller at the bottom. This is like a glass finishing glass finishing kind of a glass finishing cabinetry at the top. So again, while you don't want any dust to land on a lot of your potteries, you still want to showcase them, then this will be a very nice kind of finishing to your dry kitchen. Now, of course, you also have the Rima di Sio kind of sliding glass door, again consistent with your sliding doors in the 4-bed premium that we have seen. Same thing, you have your fridge here as well, like a stainless steel kind of finishing fridge. In your wet kitchen, again, it is like a 2 ends kind of wet kitchen. So you have your like a cabinetry at the top. This material is a little bit unique. Top one cabinetry is in back painted glass. Back painted glass and melamine finish with lighting, and the bottom cabinetry is in engineered stone. Your countertop and backsplash is engineered stone as well. So this is what do they call it again? back painted glass. Yeah, I'm not really seeing this material around. Yeah. Okay, so it's like a more like a fluted glass in a way. Engineered stone as well. And then of course here you do have your wet kitchen in terms of your Visa. You have your 3-burner cooker. So this again, you know, if you want to do heavy cooking, definitely it's done in the wet kitchen. Light cooking can be done in front. Okay, and then back painted glass top hung cabinetry as well. Stepping into your yard area, so you can see they've converted this yard into like a very beautiful, yeah, kind of display, even with like a table. It's a more squarish yard, definitely. So you know you can put use it as like storage as well. And then at the back here will be your WC unit. WC, of course, you have your shower here as well. Okay, and a little baby tap. Yeah. Okay, so let's head into ventilation windows. Your aircon latch is basically at the back here. So having your aircon latch, you know, at the back where your yard is, I would say is definitely preferred versus like at the side of your rooms. Yeah. This will then be your balcony area with your living space. Yeah, so you can see a very like a squarish kind of balcony, 3 meters on one end, and then with a good depth as well, 2.25 kind of depth. And then your living space. I like that the entire like living dining is this way. So you have your dry kitchen, your dining space, your living space, opening up to your balcony as well. Okay, so rooms are neatly tucked away on one end. So here you will have your 2 common rooms. Yeah, definitely I think similar in size with your cabinetry as well. We can just explore one of them. So this is your cabinetry. Standard kind of very muted gold as the aluminium finish, as well as you know your melamine laminate over your cabinetry. And then yeah, here they've fitted in a queen size bed with your full length windows as well. Okay, the rooms on this end are also fronting towards where your balcony is, so they will share the same view as well. And here will be your common bath. Yeah, so common bath, I think it's pretty standard from what we have seen so far. Okay, so stepping into the master, the very last master of this tour we've been to. This is my like, how many master rooms have I been to today? This is my 7th master room that I'm showing you today. By the time this video is released, you can look forward to our next video, Emerald of Katong as well. So this is Union Square Residences, my 7th master bedroom and our 7th master ensuite. But this is definitely one of a really good size. So you have your, you know, engineered timber, light oak kind of flooring. You have your sizable master. Really nice ID design actually that they've done up to this space. And then here, yeah, very nice, right? Yeah. Okay, this is your cabinets sliding on one end. So for your dressers, your pants at the bottom. And then, what is this like that? Oh, it's like that, it's like that. Yeah, this way. Yeah, and then here is the other end of, you know, your master wardrobe. And stepping in here, this will then be the final master ensuite of today. Very nice ventilation windows. You do have your standing shower as well, rain shower. And then one thing to note is, of course, the integrated basin, right, that you see in every bath that we've been to. Really elevates the space a lot. I think the developer is going with the concept of a lot of invisible touches. So there's this, you know, phrase that always says like, you might not know like what makes perfection, but people can feel. Yeah, they can feel when little touches have been integrated in. So these all cumulatively add to the luxuriousness of this place. All right, so I think that's it. We'll conclude in the living room. So thanks for following us along this, you know, tour. We hope you enjoyed another episode of our new launch tour bus series. So many new launches happening this season. We are also rushing to get the videos out. Our media team is like working overtime to get these videos out to you. So we hope you enjoyed and you know that this has added a little bit of value to you. In case you're the kind that you know you want to stay at home and look at the show flat instead of coming down to squeeze with everybody, then we got you covered. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye!